Second.
Okay, the proclamation is moved and seconded. Discussion to the proclamation? Hearing none, all those in favor of the proclamation signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Approved unanimously. To the Sheriff's Office.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Deputy Sheriff Association President, Sergeant Dan Edwards, is here with me because this is something that, as I agree with Supervisor Delbar, I wish we didn't have, because we've all known law enforcement officers who have died in line of duty. I guess it's part of the risk that comes with the job. So thank you very much for taking the time to present the proclamation, a well-worded proclamation. Thank you. And on behalf of the Sheriff's Office, we enjoy the support that the Board of Supervisors gives us, not just for the day-to-day activity, but for the equipment you provide us. It's really nice to work for a county that doesn't put us as second fiddle. I want to publicly thank the Ukiah Police Department for action they did last night. As the community knows, we had a murder suspect from Sonoma County roaming the hills west of Ukiah basically all day yesterday. We had an elementary school placed on lockdown because of a suspect who is alleged to have murdered his wife and had assaulted his mother-in-law in an attempt to get his children. Last night I received a phone call about 11 o'clock that Ukiah Police Department had observed the subject and made the arrest, and the Sheriff's Office got there, and so he's currently in custody. And so while the rest of us sleep, the night shift guys are doing their job, and I really appreciate the cooperative spirit we have of allied agencies throughout the county.
Outstanding. Sergeant Edwards.
Sometimes shy.
Sometimes.
I'll draw him out.
I too would like to express my appreciation for the proclamation on behalf of the Sheriff's Office and the personnel, and also on behalf of all law enforcement in Mendocino County. And I'm glad to see that we got a better frame this year. You guys
Great.
are saving your money well.
Can we have a photo with the supervisor here?
Thank you,
bet.
Mike. Thank you very much.
Watch the glare. All right. Thank you again, gentlemen, for all your work and for all that you do for the citizens.
You're welcome, Mr. Chair. I would like 2 minutes of the time, but I don't know if this is the right time to make a statement to the board unrelated to what was just presented. Is there a better time to come back today?
Is that a problem with the board?
Oh, right now.
Up to you, sir.
Okay, well, this is totally separate from the situation at the proclamation. Thank you very much for that. I want to let the board know of a decision that I made yesterday, and you as a Board of Supervisors should be full aware. Since the beginning of Measure B, I've consistently taken a neutral position. I've stated several times it's my job as your sheriff to enforce the law and not make it. I've offered both sides an open door. I've met with both sides. I've provided them all the information they wanted, and I thought that my position of being neutral was respected by both sides. Yesterday, without my knowledge or permission, a photograph of me in uniform appeared in a political flyer for No on B. It was mailed throughout Mendocino County. And they also had a quote, which I did make the quote. It was taken a little out of context of how it was given, but it was put next to my uniform photograph on a color flyer from the No on B campaign, which was not my position. And there was an implied statement that I was supporting the No on B camp, which is not true. Because of this misrepresentation, I can no longer stay neutral. As your sheriff, I will abide by the will of the voters. That's decided on June 3rd or any other date past that. But as a resident of Mendocino County, I can't allow my misrepresentation of my personal opinion to go on any further. Because of the misrepresentation, I have told the Yes on B campaign that I am in support of Measure B, and I'll be coming out with a press release today. I want the board to know there's 3 priorities of the Sheriff's Office dealing with crime, and we'll continue to do these 3 as priorities. The investigation of violent crimes, the eradication of large marijuana grows, and the investigation of methamphetamine throughout our county. So we're not going to change tactics if Measure B passes. I want you to be assured of that, and I don't want any false expectations to to arise that if somebody reports a garden of 7 plants, that we're going to turn our lights and sirens on and go eradicate 7 plants. We have many other priorities to do. But in the situation that I was put into yesterday, I've chose a position, and I apologize to the board for not remaining neutral. I just felt I was backed into a corner and I had to make a statement. So with that, I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you very
Supervisor Delbar.
Mr. Sheriff, before you step too far away, I want to thank you for taking that position. I think it's unfortunate the circumstances that put you into that position, but I do want to thank you for supporting Measure B and taking that step.
Thank you.
But Tom, I also want to let you know I nullified your vote.
Johnny, it's probably not the first or last time we're going to nullify each other's vote. Thank you very much.
Nope, nobody can claim we're not honest here, so. Okay, we do have another timed item. Supervisor Smith as the sponsor. Discussion possible action including adoption of proclamation recognizing National Small Business Week in Mendocino County. Supervisor Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is information that came to me through a number of our small business partners, and I thought it was important to recognize what we're doing in the way of small business, because really small business in Mendocino County is really what keeps the economy moving forward. And I think that we've had a number of discussions at the board level on economic development, and I think always a key component of that is small business. And so in recognition of that, I would like a number of our partners to come forward, and I'll read the proclamation. I believe we have, hopefully, the Workforce Investment Board, West Company, the Mendocino County Small Business Development Center, and Don Balick is here representing EDFC, I believe. Proclamation of the Mendocino County Board of Supervisors recognizing National Small Business Week, April 21st to the 25th, and Small Business Success Week, May 12th through the 16th in Mendocino County. Whereas since 1963, National Small Business Week has been annually recognized to honor the vital role of small businesses in communities across the country. And whereas small businesses are the economic foundation of vibrant communities and the backbone of the American economy, and play an invaluable role in building a more prosperous future for our country. Whereas with determination and ingenuity, small business owners take risks and always are on call, often acting not only as the CEO of their company, but the head of sales, head of finance, and whatever else it takes to get the job done. Whereas small business ownership allows people to realize dreams, not only for the owners and their families, but for those they employ and those they serve. Whereas the collaborative support of nonprofit groups and communities has been substantial and proven to be fundamental in meeting the needs of the county's many small businesses and a key component to their success. And whereas Small Business Week is a time to celebrate the many achievements of small business owners, entrepreneurs, and employees who contribute to the vitality and prosperity of our communities and create new job opportunities for our citizens. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Supervisors of the County of Mendocino, in recognition of the collaborative efforts of small business owners and the nonprofit organizations dedicated to ensure their success, hereby proclaims April 21st to the 25th as National Small Business Week in conjunction with Small Business Success Week in Mendocino County, May 12th through the 16th. Dated May 13th, 2008, Jim Wattenberger, Chair. It's a motion?
That is a
To the
motion.
Chair?
And there is a second. Supervisor Delbar. Discussion to the motion. Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Pass unanimously, 5-0.
So maybe a few comments from our recipients?
You betcha.
I'll start. I am Deborah Donaldson. I'm here on behalf of the Workforce Investment Board, and I want to thank you very much for this proclamation. We currently have